come up with a third verdict.
Less than $9.99.
Exactly.
Right now we've got
Really
guilty
quick.
and not guilty. Let's come up with definitely fucking guilty. And if you're definitely fucking guilty,
Yeah.
that's
There's no
found
appeal.
by a jury of your peers, you die today. Right here.
I don't see this
Deputy!
being a
That's
slippery
amazing.
slope at all.
A guy like
I don't
Nicholas
care if
Cruz,
it's
a guy like Nicholas Cruz who we have
shoplifting
on
charge.
camera shooting children, like he should just be taken out on the courthouse steps and just popped in the back of the head right there. Like,
Oh, but how much money would the bullet cost? And all?
I mean, the
got some
cops shouldn't have
bullets.
taken. I'm surprised the cops shouldn't have taken him alive. Is the real problem? If they wanted to,
that's the other problem. Is like,
Fuck
if
the
these-
police. They're not killing enough people.
dude, did you see him put? Did
That's
you
so
see them?
true.
All right, so there's a kid. Did you see the kid at McDonald's get shot by the cop?
no.
No, the guy who
There's-
was like just literally
Not
eating
sure.
a burger. I did.
17-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Quite if it matters, is sitting there eating a cheeseburger, yellow wrapper, at McDonald's in the parking lot. Got his girlfriend in the car with him, or a passenger. It doesn't matter. And the cop just opens the door and is like, "Get out of the car!" And he's like, "What? What?" And the cop starts shooting and
this
shoots
the kid
him.
that
And the kid's
survived?
on life support
He
now.
did survive. Oh, is he on life support?
Yeah.
I know that he got a bunch of holes in him. I think his passenger did too. And the cop was under the impression that it was a stolen car. It wasn't. The cop didn't run the plates or anything. He just approached the car and treated it as if it were
Jesus
Grand
Christ.
Theft Auto. And the
Which,
kid
by
was
the way, is not a capital crime.
Yeah,
Like,
you don't just opens fire and like he shoots the kid like call it 5 times, and the kid like pulls away but then stops, and then the cop's like, "Oh, you want some more, do you?" and like shoots a few more times into the back of the car. So then the car really speeds away. Initially, they charged the kid with like assault on an officer and fleeing, and it's
Yeah.
like he's fleeing for his life.
There's
Yeah,
a
you're
thing,
trying
the
to
cop
wait.
initially
You're gonna
claimed
die.
that he tried to run him over with the
Mhm.
car. It was only until once they looked at the footage, they realized that the cop falsified that report. This is a bad cop, and he deserves at least a paid vacation.
Yeah, he had only been a
it
cop for
deserves
6
to
months.
get shot on the way home. Like
For 6 months, he'd been a cop.
Yeah,
So now
no-
he's gonna get like
the only
retirement.
time, the only
I think
time
they're
it's
filing
acceptable-
charges actually in this case. I think
They're-
I read
they're-
on Reddit they're going to press charges.
Good. There's very few situations under which it's like okay to just open fire on somebody without trying to arrest them first. And it's like if they're actively shooting at you, if they're actively shooting at someone else, or if you caught somebody in the middle of like a rape. Like
If
those
they're
are
driving a
the-
vehicle toward you, to
Yeah,
try
exactly.
to
If
run
they're,
you
if
over.
they're
head.
imminently threatening your life, someone else's life, or you
Cops
catch them
use
in the
that
act
one
of
a lot
rape,
to-
like
Cops use that one a lot to kill people, and like, I
love
bet
it.
like, because like all you gotta do is step out of the way. Like sometimes you don't. Like I've watched all those cop videos, and I've seen plenty of them where the cops are standing in front of the van. They're like, "If you move this van forward, I will kill you." And it's like, you could step to the left, and
Yeah.
that wouldn't be we wouldn't be at that point anymore. We would now be at the point where you push that van forward, and I'm gonna be real mad, and have to chase you down again and stop you. Like
Mhm.
that's where we should be. But they always get in front, and it's like, do or die, motherfucker. It's like, and it's like, don't put him in that spot because we don't know
Mhm.
why this person's driving the car and being crazy. Some people are assholes and malicious, trying to cause as much harm as possible, and some people have had a mental breakdown and they just need to chill out. And I handle high pressure situations pretty well. When the cops pointed their guns at me, I followed instructions.
Mhm.
But some people seem to act like, you ever corner a dog and it's like a wild dog or something, or maybe a dog that's flipped out and they're just like
Yeah.
people act like that. You can see it in their eyes in some of those cop videos. It's like, oh, you're not dealing with a rational person anymore. You're dealing with a cornered animal. Like this guy cannot be reasoned with anymore. He
Mhm.
will not give you his hand because he is crazed now. He is not working through his mind. Well, I should probably give them my hand because there's no other way this ends. He doesn't think like
Yeah.
that.
If
He's
you
a
could
cornered
hear
animal now.
into that guy's brain, it's ah! Yeah, it's just that's all that's going on in there. It's just a
Fight!
shriek.
fight.
And like
That's
it
all he's
doesn't
hearing.
help that like it doesn't seem like most cops are even trained in de-escalation. Like they'll rattle off like 3 instructions, but each one counteracts the previous, where it's like freeze, hands up, left hand red. Like Simon didn't say bang bang bang. Like they'll try and actively confuse, not try to actively confuse, but that guy in the hotel was the best example.
Yeah.
Get on your
so-
knees, put your hand up, lay down, hands behind your back. Like, what do you want me to do, man? Like you just told me to do 5 different moves.
And that's
And
what
to
it's
stay
all
still.
about. Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
It's just like, fuck you, dude. That guy's
That guy,
a
the
murderer.
cop's
That
like on
guy's awful.
Zillow picking out his new pad as he's
Yeah.
executing someone.
Yeah, it's a real shitty job. That's why they should raise the pay for cops and get rid of these like doofy motherfuckers who are getting that job for $25,000-$30,000 or whatever, because it's what you can get. Make
More
it an
training, higher
$85,000 a year job, and people and require a fucking degree to get into it, and you'll have some professional, ex-military, well-adjusted people with psychology degrees.
I
in
get
there.
the carrot approach, and I'm not opposed to it entirely, but there should be more stick.
Lots of stick for the cops.
Yeah.
it should be if you fuck
know
up,
what?
you're in trouble.
You know how sometimes the cops fuck up and the city pays out like so many millions?
Mhm.
Yeah.
New policy comes from the retirement fund. That changes the whole fucking culture of the police department.
Yeah.
They're no longer blue walling whatever and saying, you know what? He shoots a couple people, but that doesn't matter. No. Now you all move your retirement age from 65 to 67. Suck a dick. Suddenly they won't be so in favor of each other being assholes.
I like that so much.
That makes sense.
I like that so much.
Or we could have, this is an equally good idea. Or we could have,
tell you this is a good plan.
we have hyper cops. Now these hyper cops are unique in that they can only ticket police officers. You see a hyper cop walking around society, he's not going to give you a ticket for speeding. He's there, a smaller, more elite contingent of higher paid people. Then they go out and they punish cops. They see something bad going on, they get a ring on hyper 9111. And and then they go sent out and they're like, there's something going on. We got a cop abusing a child in a neighborhood dispute. Then he shows up and he doesn't even talk to the cop. He goes to the people. He goes, will you explain to me what Officer Dipshit is doing here? And the officer can say, we're a thin blue line. And he's like, I got a different requirement account, buddy. I'm a hyper cop. Don't talk to me.
I like this
you for
idea of
resisting
hyper
arrest.
cops. Are they part cybernetic?
Isn't
by
that
chance?
such a kind
They
of
would that would be phased in over time. Yeah, it's a good
Can't state
idea.
troopers do that though?
Yeah, but they're all on the same team mostly, right? We need a
The
totally
FBI?
different one. The FBI, they're too
I don't know,
busy
this just seems very
protecting
complicated.
pedophile
I don't think there's
islands.
a lot of oversight in law enforcement in general. I think
true.
that's the main problem.
Yeah, that's why we need hyper cops.